Okay, Friday afternoon chat. I haven't done a Friday afternoon chat for since pre-pandemic. Yeah, I mean it's been an interesting time recently. Obviously, a global pandemic is not a good scenario to be in. It's been fortunate for the bike industry that something just popped up on my computer there. It's been fortunate for the bike industry that there's actually it's been sort of relatively positive for the bike industry. I think as people are realising that cycling is it's a good method of transport. It's a good activity. Well, obviously gyms have been closed, etc. So the bike industry's been going well. That's made me really busy as I'm repairing a lot of bikes and other things. So hopefully we get a bit more momentum from this, from a government perspective, and get some more infrastructure put in for safer cycling, and getting reducing the risks of interaction between the car drivers and cyclists, which let's face it, the cyclist usually comes off worse in that case. So regardless of whose fault it is, it's the cyclist who usually gets hurt. So which is something we don't want to see. Another thing that happened this week, talking about cyclists getting hurt, was that Cam Nichols contacted me earlier in the week and spoke to me. So if you don't know Cam, he's got a YouTube channel, cycling related channel, he's doing a great job on his channel. He contacted me because one of his followers contacted him about a double wheel failure on a Mavic carbon wheel, and he touched base with me to sort of get my thoughts on what happened. So you can have a look over in his channel, and there's a bit of a cut interview with me, etc., and some of my thoughts on that. The other thing that sort of I've been thinking about a little bit recently is now that with the pandemic, there isn't much air travel going on. So which sort of led me to think about like one of the common damage scenarios that I see is baggage handler damage. So, when people travel with their bikes, the bikes are susceptible to damage, and there's a number of consistent traits that we see that lead to that damage. But probably one of the most important things is what you put your bike in. And I know this is probably not going to be a popular thing to say, but don't put your bike into one of those soft bags, because they don't protect your bike very well. The good old cardboard box is a much better option. And with the bike companies, I mean, all the bikes are assembled in either China or Taiwan, and then they're shipped around the world. And they're shipped in cardboard boxes because they don't want their bikes to get damaged in transit. They don't just put them into a bag and hope that it's not going to get damaged. So, those soft bags, while they may have been sort of barely acceptable in the old days with steel frames, which could take a lot more sort of abuse, because they're much heavier. And steel has got different failure modes, etc. So, but for a carbon bike, don't use one of those soft bags. Like as I said, they don't ship bikes all around the world in those. Get a cardboard box. What I've done in the past when I've travelled, I cycled toured around Europe for 3 months many years ago, and I went over there with my cardboard box, stepped off the plane, unpacked my bike, folded up the box, put the box into recycling, rode off on my bike. I didn't have to take anything with me, etc. When it was time to come back home, you go to a bike shop and they're very happy to help you out by giving you a box. And every bike shop I've ever been to has been very helpful in that way. So, and they give you a box, you pack your bike up, and you come back home. And don't use the soft bags. What else was there? It was a great weekend last week. We had some good weather here, and my daughter, she's been riding the road bike a little bit recently, and she's 14, and she wanted to challenge herself by doing 100 Ks on the road bike, and so I said, yeah, absolutely, let's go. And so we did our first 100K ride together, and it was a really nice occasion to share that as with my daughter's first 100K ride. So that was great. This whole schooling from home thing during the pandemic has been good for both of my kids. I've got a son who's 12, and he's more of a dirt jump rider, and they get their schoolwork done and then they can go off riding. So I think they're going back to school next week, so it's going to be a bit of a shock to the system going back. And having to sit in class and not be able to jump on the bike and go for a ride. So, if the teachers are watching this, if my kids' teachers are watching this, they've been doing their work, but they've also been getting some good cycling in. So, let's hope these habits continue, because it's been great to see. So, I could talk about a whole bunch of other things. I want to do another video. There's so many topics, but I've watched a couple of videos recently on, by supposed, people who should know about this stuff, on particularly about putting inserts into frames, like replacing water bottle inserts and stuff like that, and or reattaching derailleur hangers, and it stuns me, because everyone I've seen has left out one of the most important fundamental steps, and it's not even mentioned, not even known. So that's another thing to talk about. I'll do I've still got an update on the compression plug video. I've sort of half done that. I've got all the images and stuff like that, but I just haven't had time to go through it. But and then obviously the Generella. So leave it at that for the moment. I'll see if I can revive the Friday afternoon chat a bit. I do try and go through the comments that people put in on the videos. I can't respond to all of them, but I do what I can. So anyway, we have a long weekend here in Melbourne, and I'm not sure what the weather's going to be yet, but my daughter wants to go out for another long ride, so we'll do that, and also go do some mountain biking with my son, and have a bit of a break before things get back to full on. I had another, about 7 bikes or something come in today. So, so we're all on again next week. Anyway, have a safe weekend. Catch up with, look up Cam Nichols' channel. Have a look at some of his stuff. He's doing some good videos there as well. So, all the best. Talk to you soon. Okay, bye.